Tired of dry chicken and sad veggies? Well, lock in and walk with me. Man, recently I've been coming at y'all with them cholesterol raising, savory, indulgent dishes. Today, we take a step back, we reassess, and we truly prioritize our waistlines. But don't you worry, just because we're making a one-pan vegetable dish does not mean that we're skimping on the flavor. But today we're going to start things off by cutting potatoes into smaller cubes. Now, similarly with our potatoes, you don't want to cut your carrot too big. If you do, it'll take forever to bake, just like the potatoes. I'm also trying to cut on a diagonal so I can get a cool looking angle. I have no idea if it'll work. Make me feel better about myself and tell me this looks cool. Now, as far as onion goes, you'll want to cut them into thicker wedges. If you cut them too thinly and you put them in the oven and bake the entire time, they're just going to burn. Thicker wedges allow them to withstand the heat better. Now, if you prefer them thinner, you're going to want to go ahead and add them midway through baking. It is at this point I'll mention that there's also cauliflower in this. This is a lot of cauliflower, I'll tell you that. I'm going to be honest with you, this must be a vegan's wet dream. Given the amount of vegetables, we're going to need to add a decent amount of oil. We want these to roast, not burn. When it comes time to season, please be generous. There are a ton of vegetables here and you're going to need to add a lot of everything. This is smoked paprika. It'll probably take me 5 minutes to add a sufficient amount of salt to all this. Black pepper. As you can see, I'm also seasoning my counter. I suppose you could use fresh garlic, but I'll be using the powder form instead. And don't think that because I'm using vegetables that there's not going to be any spice. Go in with the cayenne pepper, but don't use a lot, just a little bit, just so that you feel it. And for the ebb, we're going to be using thyme. We're going to give this a mix and try to not make a mess. Wish me luck. I have my oven preheated at 425 degrees. These will go in for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, I am not at the point in my life where I can make a tray of vegetables and just be satisfied. I need a meat-based protein. My choice of protein today will be chicken thighs. This is pepper. I've already done a miraculous job re-seasoning my counters. And be generous with the seasoning so that we have enough to get it under the skin. What I just added before was salt, and this is garlic powder. Cayenne pepper, but I don't think I'm going to add it to both sides. One side should be fine enough. Do you have time for some thyme? You better. This is paprika, but the smoked kind. Give each thigh a flip and season again. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of embarrassing how much seasoning I've got on my counter. But I've covered these in oil and I'm massaging the seasonings in. You smell that? To me, it smells like an opportunity to use some of that clarified butter. Get this melted and nice and hot. With everything hot and ready to go in with your chicken skin side down. Now, of course, one of our goals is to impart that nutty flavor from the butter into our chicken. But we're also trying to get a nice sear on that chicken skin because it gives us a nice flavor before it goes into the oven. At this point, our vegetables are halfway done, so we're going to give them a tossing to make sure that they cook evenly and all the way through. We've given our chicken a flip, and man, let me tell you, it smells incredible. They're going to cook for about 2 minutes on the bottom side, and we're going to put them on top of the vegetables and get it going in the oven. And look, it's like I said, we're just going to nestle our chicken on top of the vegetables. Nothing crazy. As it bakes in the oven, it's going to release its juices and it's going to go right into the vegetables. All of this will finish cooking in the oven around the same time, 20 to 25 more minutes. Now tell me this ain't a pretty assortment of chicken and vegetables. We start with our perfectly roasted vegetables and nestle the chicken next to that. I think even the pickiest vegetable eaters will like this one.